What's up, Wildcat Nation? It is time for the Wildcat Way What's Up. And so I get to be one of the vice principals here at Columbia High School. My name is Nick Stern. Please continue to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and of course with our weekly newsletters within Parent Square. ISATs are winding down. We are finishing right now. Our juniors are currently taking their science ISAT. It is only a one-part test, but it is very highly detailed, and it's taking our students quite a bit of time to take the test, which is great. Which is what we're asking our students to do, is just making sure that they're taking their time, testing with integrity, and doing their best. Our goal. For our school-wide goal is to increase our percentages from 5% in all three of our testing areas in ELA, math, and science as a school, and we are well on our way in doing so. Events that we got going on, again, April and May, busy times of the year. We have swapped over to May, and so this image is not going to be a whole lot of good for us, but I do know that that we have baseball going on tonight. Baseball team takes on Valley View tonight at Wildcat Yard at 5:30. It's a big game for our baseball team. If we win, it's going to put us in fourth place in the district, and then we'll host a district game on Saturday. We want to thank Chipotle for sponsoring our Wildcat Way Awards. Our Wildcat Way pillars are respect, integrity, and being positive. And our Wildcat Way Awards for April and May, we're focusing on being positive. And so thank you, Chipotle, for doing that. We will finish off that with our staff and student awards for the month of May in a couple weeks. The biggest thing here, though, for today is I want to bring on a couple of amazing guests. Oscar Delacruz. Oscar, thanks for coming in. Kaitlyn, thank you so much for coming in. So Oscar, you are a junior here at Columbia High School. Kaitlyn, you're a senior, right? So I wanted to bring in and have you guys talk to Wildcat Nation about track and field and what we got going on. So Oscar, junior, what are some events and things like that you participate in with track and field?
I'm a sprinter, and I do the 100-meter dash to 200-meter dash and the 400. The event I really focus on is the 200. It's the event I mostly progress on and always get a personal best. And I just really love the 200. I'm not of a 400 runner. Very hard, very hard, challenging mentally race, and yeah.
Awesome, thanks, Oscar. Kaitlyn, what are some events that you're in with track and field?
I'm also a sprinter. I do the 1, 2, and 4, and then whatever relay they put me in. But yeah, the 4 is not fun.
Really not.
No, it's not. But yeah, we still do it.
Kaitlyn, what's your favorite event that you get to participate in?
Right now, I really like the 1. I've just been having more success this year, so
that's awesome. So again, I think a lot of people, Wildcat Nation, maybe not everybody understands like all the hard work that goes in behind the scenes and the commitment it takes for you both, probably mentally and physically, for your body, like to be healthy, to perform at its very best. Oscar, what are some things that how long have you been like getting ready for this track and field season?
Since it started, I do club, and coming into school season, it's mentally harder because there's a lot of competition, and I always try to prepare myself, especially the day before a race. I have a 24-hour rule, just make sure I'm doing the right things, make sure like my head's mentally ready, like I'm doing the right things, and because what's it called? Oh, sorry. Because it's very challenging coming into a race, especially when you're unprepared. Because then if you're not prepared, it's gonna be a very challenging race.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people, me included, I don't know if I even understand like the concept of making sure that you're mentally ready to go, because if I just think, you just go run. I think a lot of people out there, you just go run, but that's not the case. Kaitlyn, like what does it all go into, like that being mentally ready to go to race?
There's a lot of stress before a race. But I think like people don't realize like how much work you have to put in outside of practice.
Yeah.
Like just stretching, ice baths or Epsom salt baths, any of that. Like all of the stuff you have to do outside of practice, not just at practice. So it's a lot more work than what people would like give credit for. But
would visualization of success, like, does that come into play? Like, do you guys like visualize like your event that you're about ready to do to help you be successful? Or is that not a thing?
It is. I don't do that.
Okay.
But, I probably should. But
Same thing with me.
Yeah, I'm usually too stressed out before a race. Yeah.
Wonderful. So track and field is an interesting sport. So as we finish, how are you doing personally, Oscar? Like, would you say and then how does that equate to like a team? Like, how is track and field a team like to you? How do you help each other? I guess I don't understand.
What's it called? For me, I think it's a privilege to be able to do track and field because not everyone has the opportunities I have to come out here, practice every day, have teammates. So like I think I'm just also very honored, and because I'm also a team captain, and so it's a huge privilege for me, and I've been doing pretty good this season. I had some huge PRs for myself since coming out my indoor season, and I love competing and being able to come out to the practice today and see all the Wildcats out, and I love it. And
so for you individually, it's just trying to get a PR each time, right? And increase or get a better time each time, right?
Yeah, but you can't always PR. And a couple weeks ago, it happened to me, and I kind of let it get to me too much, but I have to let stuff like that just settle in, because I can't always PR, and I just gotta accept it.
Yeah. Kaitlyn, I imagine you're a captain too. How do you help the team concept of track and field? Because there's so many different events and things like that all of our student athletes are a part of. How does that equate to team?
Oh, I think track is one of the like best sportsmanship like teams there are. Like I've played a bunch of sports in my life. It's so easy to just go running around and cheering at people, especially for the full that is like it's the best. That's the best race. Running it, no, but but cheering for it is so fun. It's the most fun to cheer for. Like people don't come out because weather, but it's so fun. Like if I could get everybody to like a student section out there, like it would be so fun.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think many fans just don't think of track and field as a place to go and watch and cheer and stuff. But hey, we have seats, we have bleachers and stuff. So come on out and watch our amazing student athletes. When is our next track meet?
Tomorrow at Ridgeview.
At Ridgeview.
Starts, field events are at 3:30, running at 4.
Awesome. So Wildcat Nation can go out to Ridgeview and support you guys. I'm going to ask Kaitlyn, you being a senior, what are your plans for after you graduate here in just a couple of weeks?
I'm planning to go to TVCC to play soccer and run track. So that's what's up next.
Being a multi-sport athlete.
Yes, very scared.
So with that, what have you learned? I mean, has being in sports and being in multiple sports, how has that helped you, Kaitlyn?
It's helpful because it's so diverse. Like you get there's so many different teams, and there's just it's each one's different.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you learn something new from each one. Track is just so team building. I feel like soccer is more just I don't know, sometimes it's kind of dramatic. So then you kind of just gotta get through working with a team in that one.
Yeah.
It's harder.
That's great. That's great. Okay. Something you guys weren't aware of when I asked you to come onto the podcast is that we do a little competition, and you guys are going to compete with each other. So as a team, so you're going to take 15 seconds and you're going to name as many ice cream flavors as you can in 15 seconds.
Mhm.
And my buddy over here, Hunter, is going to record how many and tally off how many you get. And let's see what you get. You guys ready?
We're both going.
You're going at the same time. So he's going to listen. You guys just get it. You ready? Set, go.
Chocolate, vanilla, Rocky
Cookie dough.
Road,
Sherbet.
cookies and cream. Oh
Pistachio.
my God. Pistachio.
Put you on the spot.
Sherbet mango ice cream.
Stop. Time is up. That's tough, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that is tough.
It's tough.
Ice cream
Where are
all
we
the
at?
time.
Eight. Okay. I think our last group got 11 last week,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's hard.
you know what? It is hard. It is hard, but it's fun to put you on the spot with everything. So, Oscar, good luck with you with the rest of your track and field season, and hope you continue to get some PRs.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks
that.
for coming on, Kaitlyn.
Thank you for letting me
Again,
come on the
good luck.
podcast.
Good luck with you and your endeavors and at Treasure Valley, and just represent Columbia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them step out, and I have one more guest that we're gonna bring on. And if you wanted to go ahead and there we go. So I'm gonna bring on Officer Shuluchek. Didn't really plan this out, but thank you so much for coming on. Come on over. Oh, you can go right here. It's perfect. It is kind of tight, so watch to make sure you don't get tripped and all that. So we got an opportunity yesterday to be a part of something at Columbia High School called Every 15 Minutes. And Wildcat Nation, you might have seen some things or heard sirens or whatnot. The beautiful thing was, the best thing about it was that our student leaders got a chance to lead this event. So will you tell a little bit about the event and why we did that?
So Every 15 Minutes has been around for several years. I think the district did it last in 2013.
Yeah.
I think it was here.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I had just become an SRO, so super cool event. We had our leadership kids take the lead, the helm on it, and they created a vision of what they wanted to see and to fulfill with this event.
Yeah.
And it really just does, we try to impact the students about drinking and driving or being under the influence of any type of substance in driving and the consequences of that. So we had a lot of people that got involved in this, but I really just want to give a huge shout out to the leadership kids that really kind of just brought all of this together. They did all the scripting and
Yeah. Oh man.
yeah, just it was crazy. But all the first responders came together and we it came off without a hitch. So.
Yeah. So the neat thing is we had that backstory and got students involved in what leads up to that potential choice for kids to have to make a
Right.
decision, and that's usually going to a party or usually being around friends and something something happens where you
They
have to make a
bad
decision.
choice. Yep,
Yep.
they make a bad choice. So, and then how that affects not only those involved in the crash, but family and friends, and even just the community of having teenagers
Yeah.
being involved in a really serious crash.
Yeah. So our juniors and seniors who we targeted got a chance then to come down to the gym yesterday and watch that backstory video, and then came out to Wildcat Stadium and got to see the live scene of it and the accident scene of what would happen in some situations where a crash happens due to drunk driving or inattentive driving and things like that. And so sirens were there. We had life flight that came down. And so with all of that, what does it take like for all of our agencies to come together to be one?
Luckily, most of us work together, but for an event like this, it does take a lot of coordination. In real life, obviously, we just do our job. So I think mostly is just the coordination of who is coming when. But after we all get on scene, it's kind of just like work, I guess, just all that we go on. So it did kind of affect me a little bit just for a split second. So
well, and it's not just you. It affected our kids. It affected our staff. anybody that was there, and it affects us all in different ways. And so we want to share, like, if you are a junior and senior parent watching this or will be watching this, please talk to your kids about the effect that it had on them, because that may also help in that teaching portion of it.
It's a good conversation to have, just a pretty honest and down to earth conversation to have with your kids.
Yeah, we had an amazing videographer, Aaron Rizzer, who was an MPD officer.
Yeah, Aaron, he's going to be a DUI officer here coming up on,
Oh, wow.
So this is one of his passions, but he's a very talented videographer.
Yeah.
And I'm just super gracious that
he came in. We all are.
All the filming.
We all are. And to have Nampa Police Department as a part of that, when we have kids, at a fake party, doing this backstory, that was important to make it a safe environment and everything. So Wildcat Nation, what I'm sharing with you is that pretty soon, when we get all of that video edited and all put together, we are going to put it out there to the world, and our ladies who were a part of this in the vision, their biggest thing is they just want to make a difference at least in one person.
That's it. Yeah.
So. And
I really want to shout out to Teresa Heaton.
Yes.
She was the one that kind of pushed us to do this.
Yeah.
And then ITD, Tabitha Smith was my contact. So from ITD, and they helped us a ton. So
yeah, they sponsored it. They
sponsor it.
We wouldn't have been able to do it if they wouldn't have done it.
So they were awesome to work with and super easy to work with. So I think everybody did a great job in what they were assigned, and it came together.
It was great. Okay, Wildcat Nation, we love you, Hunter. Thank you for your help. Have a great weekend, everybody.